Hey Karama, you know how the election is coming up? Well, I've heard that our votes don't really matter, is that right?
Our votes do matter, Inayah. We must be politically active because we have an obligation to vote. As a united community, Muslims have the potential deciding vote in up to 20 seats. In the last 25 years, no federal government has ever won an election by more than 15 seats. Our votes represent our power. So, to be respected by politicians in the future, we must exercise our power strategically now, by voting together based on principle, not based on personalities or party lines. Politicians who are influenced to support genocide can be influenced to support anything. We must hold them accountable and stand up against injustice.
Hi Dad, Karama said we need to be more politically active, but I don't even know how the system works.
Well, Inayah, to understand the Australian electoral system, let's go through the 3 levels of government: 2 houses of parliament, preferential voting system, and enrolling to vote in Australia. Representatives at each level of government are elected by voters. The role of the federal parliament is set out in the Australian Constitution. States have their own constitutions. Local governments, also known as local councils, are established by state parliaments to meet the needs of local communities. The Australian Parliament consists of the upper house, Senate, which has 76 senators, the lower house, which is the House of Representatives, which has 151 members of Parliament, and the King of England, represented by the Governor-General. The party or coalition with the largest number of members in the House of Representatives forms government. Most laws or changes in law are proposed by the House of Representatives and scrutinized by the Senate. Laws are made when a bill which is a proposed law passes by both houses of Parliament.
Quick question then Dad, on election day, will I be voting for representatives in the upper house or the lower house of Parliament?
In the upcoming election, you will need to vote for both a senator or the party you wish to represent your state, and a member of Parliament to represent you based on your electorate. Australia uses a preferential voting system for the House of Representatives to determine who forms government. Voters must rank every candidate on the ballot paper from 1 to 6. In the initial count, votes are counted based on first preferences. If no candidate received a majority of first preferences, which is more than 50%, the candidate with fewest votes is eliminated. The eliminated candidate's votes are distributed to the next preference of each voter. The process repeats until one candidate has more than 50% of the votes.
That all makes sense now Dad. So am I ready to vote now?
Almost. Inayah. Don't forget though, every person must enroll to vote. To be eligible to vote, you must be an Australian citizen, aged 18 plus, and have lived at your address for at least 1 month. You will also need to provide one of the following: an Australian driver license number or Australian passport number, or your Medicare card details, or your Australian citizenship number, or someone who is currently enrolled. Confirm your identity.
Thanks Dad. Look at what else Karama showed me on the Australian Electoral Commission website. I've been practicing how to vote to ensure that my vote is valid and that it counts.
I'm so glad you know how to vote now, Inayah. How are you going to decide who to vote for? Did you know that MVM will be providing how to vote guidance when the election is announced, based on how candidates prioritize issues of importance?
That's so helpful. These are some of the important issues to me. Response to the genocide in Gaza and justice for Palestine. Equal respect for the rule of law and human rights. Opposition to racism, Islamophobia and discrimination, food, housing, health and education. Care for the environment. Independence from corporate and foreign government influence. Eliminating domestic violence. Gambling controls. Hello, is that Zain? Karama tells me you are part of the MVM team, is that right? Muslim Votes Matter sounds so cool and I want to tell all my friends about it. Could you please tell me a little more about what MVM hopes to achieve?
Hi Inayah, yep, Zain here. Well, MVM's vision is to foster a cohesive Australian society where the political engagement and voice of Australian Muslims strengthens national unity and promotes values-driven policymaking. Our goal is Muslim political empowerment in Australia for the benefit of all Australians. We will hold the current government to account for their complicity in genocide and vote together based on principles, not based on personalities or parties.
Hi Zain. My name's Matilda, and I'm from the group Humanity Above Politics. My friend Inayah told me about MVM, and it sounds like your movement make a real difference. I was wondering, is MVM only for Muslims?
Hi, Matilda. Thanks for asking. MVM is a movement for everyone, include minority groups, such as those who have been marginalized by our government for years, those people who value justice and the sanctity of human life, and those who recognize the need to disrupt the two-party political system. We have hundreds of members, and many from non-Muslim backgrounds.
Thanks. Another question for you. Is MVM singularly focused on the issue of Palestine?
Good question, Matilda. MVM will be focused on a broad range of issues in the future to uplift representation for minority groups across the country. Right now, Palestine is the unique, galvanizing issue for all people of conscience around the world. So we must unite based on this issue to effect positive change at this pivotal point in human history.
That makes sense. Is MVM solely concerned with the upcoming federal election for now?
Yes, that's right. We are narrowing our focus to achieving the outcome we need at the federal election, as it is approaching very quickly. We need to dedicate all available resources towards achieving our goals at the federal level, where we can have most impact.
Hi, Inayah. I spoke to the team at MVM, and their approach sounds really well informed. How should we support their mission?
Well, Tilly Karama has been bugging me to follow Muslim Votes Matter on social media and like, comment, share as much as I can. So how about we start there?
Sounds great. I also saw Muslim Votes Matter on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and Karama added me to this WhatsApp group too.
Perfect. We can add all our aunties and community elders to the WhatsApp group, and they'll be able to forward MVM messages easily to their friends too. Hi Zain, Tilly and I want to get involved with MVM. How can we help?
Hello again, Matilda and Inayah. MVM is an independent grassroots collective that conducts research and provides information so voters can make informed choices. We rely on amazing people just like you to get involved, so thanks for your interest. You can volunteer through our website and donate what you can to help amplify our impact. We are definitely stronger together.